Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope that you all are doing fine. So today we will have prefix and suffix. Alright, so first of all you have to log in using the aplusstudent.com. Then you click on your name, you go to language art. You click on the grade 2 and you scroll down to the chapter prefix and suffix. Under that, we will have the lesson. Identify base word prefix and suffix. Determine the meaning of a word with a pre, re, or miss. Use the prefix pre, re, and miss. This 3 lessons today. Identify base word prefix and suffix. Determine the meaning of a word with a pre. Hi, how are you doing? I hope that you're fine. All right. All right. So let's start now. First of all, we have base words. So, what is a base word? A base word are words that can be combined with prefix and suffix. So, for the base word, you combine them. So, we combine the base word with the prefix and the suffix. They can also be used on their own. So, base word can also be used on their own because base word are already words that we have. For example, look at the word unhelpful. So, we have unhelpful. So, the base word here is help. So help is already a word on its own, and that is the base word. Okay, so usually the base words are words that are already formed, words that we know. It could be, for example, redo, and then do here would be the base word. So just like from the unhelpful over here, on here is a prefix. So this would be a prefix, and then the full here is the suffix. Okay, so usually you have to note the difference between the base word, prefix, and then the suffix. All right, so moving on. So we have to note that the prefix can be added to the beginning of the word. So prefix are added to the beginning, the starting of a word, okay? And it also changes the meaning of the word. So once a prefix is added to a word, it changes the meaning. So we have the prefix pre here. So it means before, okay? So this prefix means before. So anytime that you see the prefix pre, you remember that once it's attached to any word, it just means that before something happens. So for example, we can have preheat, you know, we can have preview. You see that prefix are always in the beginning. We have prepare, and we can also have predict. So you see all these are prefixes with pre. Okay, so it's starting the word and it changes the meaning of the word. Okay, so remember that we have what is the base word, right? So if we ask for the base word, so now if we ask for the base word from this word, it will be this. So we have heat here, we have view, we have dict here, we have pure here. So all these are the base word. They are separated from the prefix. But once you add the prefix to the base word, it gives you another meaning. We also have pre-made here, so made before. You understand? Then we have the prefix re here, which means again. Again. So under the re, we have some examples over here as well. Hi, how are you? So we have redo, which means to do something again. We have rewind, so it's like wind again, replay, refresh. So all these are under the re. And you can see that do here is the base word, wind is the base, play the base, and fresh the base word. But then we added the prefix and then it changes the meaning of the word again. All right, and then for the prefix mean incorrect or poorly. So remember that pre means before, re means again, and then the mis mean incorrect or incorrectly. So we have the first, which is misread, misread. So or misread, you can say. We can also have misspell. So we have misread, misspell, misunderstand, misplace. We can also have misbehave. All right, so we have a lot. So it's like done poorly or done incorrectly. We have the base word here, which is read, spell, understand, place, and behave. So all these have base word, and once you add the prefix to it, it changes. So that's why we have different words and different meaning over here. Okay. So moving on here. So we will do the first three lessons today. And the first one is the identify base word. So we already know the difference between the base word, the prefix, and then the suffix. And we also know that the prefix is at the beginning, the suffix is at the end. So from here, it says, what is the base word in sadly? So what's the base word here? You have to check. It would be sad. So if we have sadly, this is the suffix and this is the base word. And what is the suffix here? Suffix. In bravely, so the ly here, ly, will be the suffix. Okay, so you have to take note of that. So we have colorful, colorful now. So what's the base word from colorful? It will be what? Color. And then full here is the suffix. Okay? So now we will move on to the test and you can share your answers with me, okay? Okay, so the first is what is the suffix in sureness? So, what is the suffix in sureness? You can share your answers with me. Sureness. So, you can share your answers if you know that. You can tell me what is the suffix from sureness. So, from sureness, we have ness. So, ness over here would be the suffix. Okay? Then we have what is the base word restats? Do you have a question? You said you don't know. So if we have the base word, it will be starts. Tell me if you have a question about this lesson. Okay, so I can explain to you better. What is the base word in remix? We have remix. So what would be the base word in remix? Remix. So what's the best word in remix? So the base word will be mix. Remember that the beginning, the RE here stands for the prefix. So we have what is the prefix in refilled? What is the prefix here from the refilled? So the prefix will be, so the re here would be the prefix. Remember that prefix is starting the sentence or starting the word. What is the suffix in careless? What is the suffix here? So for careless, the suffix would be less because suffix is usually at the end. Okay? So what is the base word in lightly? Lightly. We have lightly. What is the base word in lightly? Base word. So the base word will be light. Okay? And then this one, what is the base word in enjoyment? Base word in enjoyment. So it will be enjoy. All right? So that is it for this particular lesson that says to identify base words. So you have to make sure you identify the base word, prefix, and suffix. So if you haven't done this, you have to make sure that you complete this lesson. We'll move into the next one, which is determine the meaning of a word with pre, re, or miss. Okay. So we already spoke about this. We said that the prefix is at the beginning of the word. It changes the meaning of the word. And for pre means before. So means made before. Re means again. So redo means do again. Then we have the prefix miss, means incorrectly or poorly. Misread means read incorrectly or yes, you read it incorrectly. Okay, so we will look at some examples here. What does retakes mean? So what does retakes mean? Retakes mean takes again, retake. So you take it again, okay? Then we have reuse. What does reuse mean? Use again. Remember that re means when you use something again or you do it again. And then we have what does reopen mean? Reopen mean open again. Remember that re means again. So if you say reopen, it's like you're opening again. So we'll move on to the test. We have what does pre-mix mean? Mix poorly or mix before? What do you think? So remember that the pre means before. So if you say pre-make, it's make before. Okay? So we have what does reread mean? Reread. Read incorrectly or read again. What do you think for reread? Okay, so it is read again. So remember that re means again. So we have what does repaint mean? Paint before or paint again? Repaint. What does this mean when you say repaint? What does it mean? So repaint will be paint again. So paint again. Re means again. So that's it. So we have misreads. Reads incorrectly or reads before. Misread. So what does this misread mean? So it will be read incorrectly. Okay. So we have prepaid. What does prepaid mean? Paid before, paid incorrectly. So what does prepaid mean? You can share. Let's see. Prepaid. What does that mean? Okay, so prepaid is paid before. So pre means before. So prepaid, paid before. So we have mishead. So what does mishead mean? Head incorrectly or heard again. What does it mean? So mishead will be head incorrectly. Okay. So what does redo mean? Redo. So is it do again or do before? What does it mean? So do again, that's redo. Okay? So what does remix mean? Make again or make before? What does remix mean? So make again. So remake means to make again. So we have what does retake mean? Retake. What does it mean when we say retake? So retake is to take again. Okay. All right. So if you've not done this lesson that says to determine the meaning of the words pre, re, or miss, you have to make sure that you do that. So you complete that. Okay. So we'll move on to the next one. So this one says to use prefix re, pre, and miss. Okay, so you use the prefix re, pre, and miss. Okay, good. So complete the sentence with the best prefix. So you have to choose the best one that is suitable. I didn't know what the word meant because I dash read it. So I misread it. Remember that mean incorrectly, pre, before, and re again. Miss Lund made the dress too small, so she will dash make it again. So she will remake it because she made the dress small, so she has to do it again. So remake, make again. All right? Okay, so you can share your answers with me for this. So we have complete the sentence with the best prefix. Robin Dash reads book many times. Robin Dash reads book many times. So Miss reads books many times or rereads book many times. So what do you think is the answer for this one? Miss reads or rereads book many times? So we can say rereads book many times, okay? Because it's talking about like so many times. So he reads it many times. So Mr. Woodward dash paints his house every 5 years. So what is this one? Pre-paints or repaints? What's the right one? So repaints because it says like every 5 years. So he repaints it every 5 years. So in January, Megan Dash paid for her summer trip. Prepaid or mispaid? What do you think? So prepaid for her summer trip. So it's like she paid before in advance. Erica Dash makes her lunches the night before she needs them. So premix or remix? What do you think? So premix. So she makes it before. Okay. So I will dash do my hair because the wind blew it around. So I will misdo or redo my hair. What do you think? So I will redo my hair. So do again. Kenny Dash pays for his train ticket at the start of each week. So prepays or mispays? What do you think? So pays before, so it will be prepays. All right, so prepays for his train ticket at the start of each week. I will dash paint my red chair to make it blue. I will repaint or pre-paint. What do you think? So I will repaint my red chair to make it blue. Repaint. So if Owen doesn't pass the test, he can dash take it. So mistake or retake it. What do you think? So retake it. If you don't write your notes carefully, Brittany may dash read it, misread it, or pre-read it. What do you think? So misread it. Okay? So you have to make sure that you complete this lesson if you haven't done it yet. We have two more lessons left under the prefix and suffix, and we will complete this in our next lesson. If after the live and you still need help, you can click on this chat button here and you can get more help. All right? So before we finish, you can let me know on the chat if you have any questions. So do you have any question? So I guess you have no questions. We will finish here for today.